G'day subscribers, Merry Christmas and Happy Boxing Day. We're coming to you from John's Garage today, so we're going to talk about alloy tappet covers. You're with Jules Knight on Jive Talking Garage. Well, subscribers, let's talk about the tappet cover itself. So you can get 4 different types of tappet covers. The very early ones were all handmade, and we've shown you photos of those at the Jive Talking Garage earlier on this year, actually. I think Scotty may have even had one. We got sent a picture. So you could get the hand-formed metal ones. You could then get the obviously pressed metal tappet covers that came standard with grey motors. And then if you looked in the book and you go to the, in my case, the FJ Holden, one of the 2 catalogues that they've got, you can either get a white one or a black one. If you go to page 13, so you go past all of the illustrations that are all there and the interiors and the pictures and all that sort of thing, and you go to page 13, they actually have a list. So on 13 they got a list, and on page 12 they've actually got pictures. So you'll see the alloy tappet cover, but on the next page they have it listed. Page 13, accessories, master parts catalogue. They most certainly have the alloy tappet cover, but what they say is it is M31527. So that's the cover, valve, rocker, aluminium, M31527. Now, directly underneath of it, and I've made mention of this in one of our earlier episodes, and it's probably going to be the heart of this episode, is cap, oil filler, zinc plated, oil filler cap, zinc plated. Remember that for a moment. 740339 ZP. Now, I saw this in the salesman's brochure with the part number ZP. So in a lot of instances, I'll just find homes for this because I want to keep them pristine. Now, in a lot of instances, people just bought the alloy tappet cover and didn't pay the extra money for the oil filler cap. And let's talk about longevity. So that's 48 FJ. Now, it just so happens that Tristan has gotten this book for me. So this is the Master Parts catalogue up to FB, for the FB era. Now, I've actually had a look for that same part number in here on the accessories list. Doesn't exist. And also in section 1.516 for the actual part, and it's only showing the black one. So it doesn't exist. By the time FB rolled around, it was forget about it. We don't have that anymore. So we're talking about 48 FJ. I don't know about FE and FC. I'm not an expert in that era, so I'm not going to make mention of it. So what we have talked about before is this alloy tappet cover, third type. Now, as we know, NASCO didn't make anything. They just sent it out. And you can see this is beautifully made. It's an alloy construction, right? Now, the same with Wybrock and any other of the suppliers, they would make the Holden and NASCO specified items, but they would also, say for instance, they had an order for 600. So they might make 1,000. 600 had the NASCO brand because NASCO ordered 600, and 400 they'd either put their own brand on it with a stamp or engrave, or no engraving or branding at all. So this would have been just the tappet cover without the these grommets. Emil gave me these grommets to go in here, so that's great. But in this instance, it's smooth that end and it's smooth that end. It has no branding. Doesn't mean to say that it's not the right article, because it actually is. You know, I've seen people I've seen judges at a show slip their hand down the back and they're feeling, oh yes, it's got the engraving there, this is the proper one. Well, it's the proper one anyway. It's just the manufacturer made them for themselves to sell, not making them for NASCO to sell. You know, you talk to people like, for instance, I remember talking to Ray Taylor from Taylor's Pressworks, and he was saying to me, oh, he got sick of selling to General Motors and NASCO because he was trying to make things, as far as the rust repair panels for Holdens, he was trying to make them cheap, and all Holdens wanted to do was, you know, get them at his price, and then, you know, whack exorbitant amounts onto them. So we have the third type, no name. But we have the fourth type as well, and you can see NASCO, and it's made by CSO. So you can see CSO's stamp on there as well. Now, they haven't stamped the plain one, but as you can see, same thing, exactly same item. But here's where it gets different. In the book, they talk about a zinc-plated oil filler cap. And so, you know, and I know that's farm fresh, and this is farm fresh too, but that's exactly what it is. We're not talking about something that's chromed or whatever. It's not chrome. It's actually zinc plated. Zinc plated. I had one when I bought my ute. I had a WEY Tappet cover on it, and it had one of these, and it was perfect. However, I didn't as a 17, 18-year-old kid, you don't realise, you know, I had no NASCO accessories. I didn't have NASCO accessories until 4 years later. You know, I think the first thing I bought was a parcel shelf, because it's such a helpful accessory. And then when I went in 1985 to the Bendigo swap meet, I was determined I was going to find an alloy Tappet cover, and I found one at the third stall, and I couldn't believe my luck. But that is the ZP air cleaner. So if somebody says, oh, they don't exist, or you've got one and you've got it on your car and you take it to a scrutineering and they go, oh, well, we're going to add points for chrome work on that one. No, it's not chrome. It's zinc plated, and it's actually in the FJ Holden Master Parts catalogue. Everyone's got one. They're in there. I'll actually take a picture of it and put it up on Jive Talking Garage. So, you know, if you're worried about getting a point added to move you out of stock or wherever, they are a stock item. And I don't care what any small-minded individual says as far as the, you know, whether it's got engraving on the back or whether it doesn't, or whether that's supposed to be in or out. I've proved to you via the Master Parts catalogue that for the FX and FJ, I can't talk about FB and EK, but definitely for FX and FJ, 48215 and FJ, you could have it. You had the alloy Tappet cover, you have the alloy Tappet all the way to grey, but the zinc plated oil filler cap disappeared. It's not in the FB range. So I don't know why. Probably because it didn't sell very often, because people would have just kept their old oil filler cap and just had it as the black one, and that's all it would have been. But that was given to me by the Brains Trust the other day, and they were talking to me about, oh, have you got this, have you got that, blah, 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 and then they came out with that one and just said, there you go, Merry Christmas. And I thought, wow, I was really happy because, you know, I hadn't seen the zinc-plated oil filler cap for a long time, and I didn't think I was ever going to see one again. So I was chuffed at the kindness that was shown to me. But there you go. That's the 4 Tappet covers. So you had the hand-formed one, you had the pressed metal, you had the smooth alloy Tappet cover that was the non-branded one, and plus you had the NASCO alloy Tappet cover, and it could have a black oil filler cap or a zinc plated oil filler cap. Now, don't forget to have a look on Facebook. to see what we're doing. There's always something interesting there, and plus we've got a lot of great followers who put up a lot of information about cars and photos and all sorts of things. It's just a terrific little site. So I want to sort of recommend that to everybody. Don't forget also to for the YouTube to share, like, and subscribe our channel. But more importantly, enjoy your Holden.